This is Sims, and we are back with more of The Sims 4 Every Which Way, which is our kitchen sink Pendragon family legacy combo challenge thing. And okay, so, oh no, nobody aged up, nothing happened. Whatever. Oh no, Tibble does not age up yet. Wait, what? Oh, I thought he was going to age up in this part, but he probably won't age up for a part or two. Okay, so we got a ways to go before we can find out if he's going to be beautiful and our heir or whatnot. I'm kind of hoping that he grows up to be the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life, because it's really hard for me to choose between Takeru and Tobias. Like, I like Tobias a little bit better personally, but at the same time, he reminds me of Sebastian a little bit too much. So, like, I don't know. And it's like, so it's kind of like a hard choice. Oh, it's Love Day. Oh, wait, you guys are good, right? Oh, yeah, okay, I don't care about the teenagers. You know what I mean? Like, are you going to sit here and talk to... Like, I just feel like I know they don't look even that much alike, because he got more Impy's face, but there's just something about it. The hair, I guess it's the dark hair. I don't know what it is, but I'm always just like...
Snorps.
You know? I don't know. So. Anyway. But he actually has more of an Impy face. He's got Impy face with like Sebastian hair, and then I'm just totally thrown by that. I don't know, it's weird. But I'm not sure which one I like. You know what I mean? I get to the point where I'm like, I like them both for different reasons, and I also don't like them for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I lean to Takeru because he's a little bit different. But also he feels the same as other Sims I've had, and I can't figure out, like, what it is. So I lean toward Tobias because I think like, you know what I mean? Like, but then he's similar to so I can't figure it out. I don't know. So that's why I'm really hoping Tibble ages up and is like, him. It's him. I don't know, because, like, I can't choose between our children right now. It's very hard, but we got a while to go for that anyway, at least a week, because if Tybalt ages up and it's like, oh god, no, and we decide to go with Takeru, then it would, you know, whatever, so. But he's going to age up so soon, and we're going to move on. Like, but you know what's nice? He's got 7 days till he's an elder, and so does Impy, so... They're gonna be elders. Okay, all I'm saying, you two, is you need to die on the exact same fucking day. You cannot break this chain that we have. You cannot break the Q Lupin Ryder Saint Germain. Saint Germain. Wow, fuck my life. What the hell? You can't break the chain that we've had of them dying within seconds of each other. You can't do this dying one day, then the next. You have to die within, like, seconds of each other. Like, literally at the same fucking time. We probably won't be here to see it, though. But in this instance, we'll probably leave whoever we're not taking, whoever's not moving out with us. And we also have to figure out who we're gonna force them to love. Like, who are we forcing you into loving? You better just be sick and not pregnant. Okay, you're just sick. It's fine. You're not allowed to be pregnant. That's just literally not allowed. Right, because we have Van Helsing and we have Victor left of our main 5. But we also have Sholmes and we also have Finnis in there. I can't see Finnis with, so far, either of our 2 children, because our 2 children are, like, he's way fancier. Although there is a weird juxtaposition between Takeru and Finnis, because, like, Finnis has, like, a fancy outfit and, like, the poofy hair, and, like, I can almost see him being, like, you know, because he's supposed to be, like, a stylist and whatnot. And I don't necessarily know or think in this we'll be doing anything with the new pack. Maybe, because, like, maybe we'll explore different aspects and different things in different, like, games, so we're not doing it all in the same. But not having to deal with the cleanup stuff in this, I'll be turning that off. I have more thoughts on the pack and everything like that, kind of in the Over the Rainbow challenge, if you really care to hear my actual, like, all my thoughts, because I talked for like a half hour about it. Look, not thrilled with the concept, didn't like it at first, trying to find more things that I like about it. as short and sweet as I can make it. Not thrilled about the whole cleanup idea, but the fact that we can turn it off in all of our other worlds, I feel better about it. Hoping that the deep dive shows me more things that make me interested. Because I am interested in the, like, upcycling kind of idea, depending on how they do it. I'm interested in it, but it's either going to be, like, kind of cheap shoddy, and you're like, oh, okay, well, whatever. It's a thing that exists, and whatever. Or it's going to be done really well, and it's going to be like, well, this could be fun. I don't know. Like, but... depending on how they do it. The candle making looks cool, and I'm really excited for fizzy lifting drinks. So someone's going to be a home brewer and make a fizzy lifting drink. I don't know who. So maybe we could do something so like somebody in like one game or another, we're like, oh, they'll do crafting and we'll do candle making, so we can kind of play around with that. And then maybe in some other game we'll do like fizzy lifting drink, and just depending on how it fits. So I haven't really gotten too much into that. Playing in the world, yeah, I know, because you're teenagers and you're a kid and your love days are always going to be awful. Probably. Anyway, what's your deal? Do you need to go to bed or some shit? You probably should. It's 2 a.m. Why don't you go take a nap? It's 2 a.m. and you should sleep. And it's also 2 a.m. and you should sleep. Indigestion. Aww, Sprinkles. Puppy! When did you die? I kind of forgot about that. I forgot that you died. Pumpkin, come play with Sprinkles! Pumpkin can't. Pumpkin's like, fuck that shit. Don't want to deal with that dead dog. Look at Pumpkin's face is just constantly judging you. And this is why he needs like a little cabbie hat, but tilted off one ear. I need someone to I'm not good at custom content. I wish somebody can make custom content that's like dog hats that kind of like off one ear, off to the side. I want it off to the side. You know, so it's like, here's my little cabbie hat, so I have one ear, and he needs like a fucking pipe, and then he's absolutely judging me with some kind of like weird Cockney accent. That's all I'm saying. Swear to God. Look at his face. You're telling me that you don't think he's judging you? He's fucking judging you. Oh, Pumpkin, I love you. He looks so big compared to Pumpkin. That's the funniest thing. They're both little dogs, but Pumpkin looks itty-bitty. Pumpkin's like teeny tiny dog compared to Sprinkles. I thought Sprinkles was a little dog. Ooh, Sprinkles is being nasty. Nasty dead dog. Nasty dead dog. Okay, can I just be like spiteful and bitter? And I'm going to say this in like every fucking expansion. I think it's extremely funny that when you say that you don't like the whole aspect of the cleanup thing, everybody's reaction is, don't buy the pack. And again, I still think that's the stupidest fucking thing you could say to anybody. No, you don't have to buy the pack. But I shouldn't have to not buy a pack just for one thing that I don't like. I don't like laundry. I don't have to use it. I try, but I still hate it. Anyway, you know what I mean? I'm not forced to put a washing machine in my house. I like all the objects. Unfortunately, people who don't like vampires are kind of forced to deal with them because you can't turn them off. Okay? But now that the, like, meat wall has come out, so many fucking people are so fucking salty over it. Like, that's not vegan. Oh my god, that's not eco. And I really want to be like, don't buy that pack then. But I just want to be that asshole because that's literally the same. You're going to throw it at people who don't want to do cleanup. Don't buy the pack if you don't want to clean up. Well, don't buy the pack if you don't want Sims to eat meat. Like, I just want to be that asshole because it's such a douchey thing. Oh my god. Plus, I'm actually kind of horrified because I have a feeling it's going to be like bug meat or something. I thought of that this morning and I'm terrified. I might have said that in the Over the Rainbow one. I don't know if I did or not. But like, because it just came out today and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, where did this... I saw somebody else post it and people were talking about it before I even saw that the Gurus posted. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Who saw this? What? Like, where? Did they make this? Is this fake? And then I like realized the Gurus posted it and everything. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? It's just magic meat? That was not in the trailer. Where'd you get this? Like, and then people are like, it could be like fucking plant meat, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, oh god, we have those bug boxes. And like, people eat like crickets and weird shit. And I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna vomit. Someone will get pissed off. That's not vegan. No one said it was a vegan pack. Stop it. And I really hope the vegan trait does not fucking, like, they did not waste a fucking trait spot for that. Please, God. Look, I know that there are people who are going to be like, but I'm vegan and I'd like to be a vegan in the game. Here's the thing, though. Sims are too fucking stupid as vegetarians to eat vegetarian-safe food. I don't need to be worrying about these dumb fucks being like, I ate mac and cheese. Well, duh. Cheese is in the title, stupid. Fuck. Look, I understand that there are some people who are vegan, and you can't be vegan in the game. Your sim can be vegetarian. It's already kind of a pain in the ass. We don't need vegan. It's basically having two of the exact same traits. Like, we need better traits in the game. Okay, vegan is not one of them, but that's just me. Look. Also, you know what? I understand being vegetarian, but why in the world would you be vegan? Cheese is great, and so are eggs. No chickens were... some chickens might have been harmed in the farming of my eggs. Look. Some people... Like, those people would flip the... Would you lose your fucking minds if people had, like, a farming pack? Because I could raise chickens and... Oh my god, it's... No, like... Look, I get the food industry is, like, complete and utter trash, but... Like... I think the whole anger thing about the meat thing is, like, that's not eco-friendly. Raising meat and chickens and all those things doesn't have to be, like... You don't have to be an eco-terrorist to do that. I get that our meat industry is kind of trash and, like, is kind of fucked up, but there are, like, small farms, like, that manage this without being an eco-terrorist. Like, you can have an eco-friendly farm. Like, do we practice that in the U.S.? No, not at all, but, like, farming plants wastes more water. Like, farming almonds wastes a fuck ton of water. But I would drink milk from a cow because they're mean to the cows and it's awful. Well, you're just destroying a fuck ton of water for your almond milk, by the way. I still drink almond milk, but, like, I'm just saying. Like, there's evils in everything. You gotta figure out what the line is for you. But, I mean... We have family friends that have... It's not really a farm. It is a farm. You know. They have cattle. They don't, like, slaughter their own cattle, but they have cattle. You know what I mean? And, like, they're not eco-terrorists. Like, it's fine. And they have chickens, and they go out, and they take care of the chickens, and they get their own eggs, and the chickens are, like, running around and happy as fuck. I get the way most of the eggs don't come from, like, nice farms like that, but, like, you can have a farm. You can eat meat and make meat without, like, destroying the world. So, like... It's not eco-friendly. I just don't think you understand. Like, I don't understand how it all works, but I know that there are ways to do it that are not going to, like, destroy the planet. So, like... Also, I'm just guessing that meat wall is either plants or, as horrifying, it's gonna be a worm. It's gonna be... That dude was snuggling that worm. You're gonna make such great bacon! And then later was slicing that meat. That was his worm bread. I'm gonna vomit if that's what it is. That's so gross. Like, someone's gonna be like, no, but I mean, like, if you grind up crickets and... gross. Like, look, there's lines. Vegans have lines like, ew, I won't eat meat. And I'm like, I will not eat bugs. That's gross. We all have lines. I mean, will I use it? Maybe once. I'll just have that weird Sam that likes to eat crickets and I'm gonna vomit every time, but... it's so funny. Like, so great. Aw, who are you mourning? Why don't you... give him a hug. Is something wrong with our puppy? No, our puppy's fine. I wonder... I thought I had the mod in where kids could walk dogs. Oh, you're getting food. Never mind. I do wish that they'd, like... I really do wish we'd get something where kids could actually make themselves fucking useful. Like, walk dogs. You know what would be actually... I don't like Young Adult Expansion Pack version 9. Okay, that's what I don't like. Okay, because that's all it's ever about. Yes, we got, like, maybe some outfits and a dollhouse for kids. That doesn't count. But if they were, like, updated it and were like, kids can help garden now. All right. That doesn't solve all of our problems, but applause for that, and that would be appreciated. Because kids can garden in real life. Like, sure, maybe you're not going to have them harvest the crops. I mean, kids could pluck apples off a fucking tree. But, like, you could, like... The animations wouldn't be that fucking hard, okay? I'm just saying. But, like, you could make it so kids could garden. They could water the plants. They could weed. Do you think... I just want to honestly know, and that's my, like, legitimate question. Why did the guru's parents... Did your parents never make you do anything? What kind of self-entitled fucking assholes were you as kids that you never had to do fucking chores? Like, well, kids can do dishes and laundry. Kids can also garden. Like, I hated that shit, but it was like, we're cleaning up the yard. You're out there raking. Kids, I think, can rake, can't they? Yeah, they can. But we could fucking... I'm so good at sleeping, I could do it with my eyes closed. Good for you, Sky. I'm fucking proud. Kids could weed and water. Kids should be able to do these things. It's not like... That's not that hard. And then kids could be gaining skills for that. You know what? I don't know what kind of skills they'd be gaining for that. Like, whatever. And... kids should be able to walk dogs. How many fucking people that have kids and dogs do not like, get the fuck out of the house and walk the dog, Timmy? No, baby, stay inside and play video games. I'll walk the dog. Kids walk dogs. Kids walk dogs. And in The Sims, you don't have to worry about them getting kidnapped or some shit, okay? There's no white vans with candy trying to take your kids away. And then I'd be like, go for the candy, kids. They're always the best from the white vans. Just saying, strangers have the best candy. But you know what I mean? Kids can walk dogs. Kids can... I mean, he's doing the dishes, so it's not like... But kids can walk dogs. Kids can garden. Kids can... That was my other one. Something else. There was literally something else that kids could... Oh, ride bikes. Ride fucking bike. That is like one of the biggest Kids can ride fucking bikes. Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't make the ability for kids to ride motherfucking bikes? Are you fucking... Like, well, we wanted to focus on young adults, like always. Oh my fucking god. Simplest fucking thing. I mean, sure, they can play soccer, but, like, you couldn't make bikes? Those are, like, 3 extremely simple things. Extremely simple things. Walking a dog. Riding a bike. Gardening. And yes, there are mods for all of those, but, like, holy fucking shit. Again, shouldn't need a mod for my kid to be able to do a kid activity like ride a fucking bike. So, I know people want, like, more realistic babies. Why? Kids can't even do anything. Why? No, just no. Honestly, babies are useless in real life. Babies are useless in the game. Let's just call it a wash, okay? Because kids can't even ride bikes, so you really think they're going to give you, like, a stroller or do anything for baby? Let's just fuck the babies. Nobody likes the babies anyway, okay? Toddlers are actually not terrible because... You're going to teach them to walk. You're going to teach them to talk. You're going to play with their blocks. You're going to do potty training. There's some toys for them. Could there be a little bit more? Yeah, more CAS items for toddlers I'd like. But, like, for the most part, toddlers aren't terrible. You know, I think they pretty much have, like, you got the little kiddie pool. You got the toys for that. Like, I think they kind of have enough to do. Because a lot of what you should be doing with the toddlers, I don't do it, is doing the walking, talking, and potty training. And then they grow up to children, and they're able to walk, talk, and not shit themselves. Awesome, you did a good job, even if you potty train them or not, right? Kids is where they fucking need the biggest fucking thing. Kids. Creativity, mental, motor, social. What happens when he ages up to a teenager? They all disappear like the kid forgot fucking everything. He's amnesiac, and he's got to learn everything all over again. When you're a toddler, you learn to walk, talk, potty train, if you actually do those things. But the game just takes into account, let's just pretend you did. So my sim child... No, I'm married. What? Are you trying to break me and impy up? What is wrong with you? But when a toddler ages up to a child, the child now is able to talk and communicate. Okay, because we taught them to talk. Able to walk, because we taught them to walk, or they learn, like, whatever, and is potty trained. Alright, yeah, so theoretically the toddler skills translate into a functional child. Whether you actually teach them or not. Let's just pretend you taught them. But my child now, Tybalt's gonna age up, he's gonna have fucking no skills. What they really need to fucking do, I understand that the children's skills are more generic, you know, than the adult skills. Cool, because kids can't do anything, basically. But this... When he ages up, normally you get a pop-up that asks you to pick a trait. Since I have a mod in that auto-assigns it, I don't get the pop-up. But it should pop up with, pick your trait. Because his trait, yes, his aspiration's going to change. I get it. Having different aspirations for children is fine. He's naturally thin. He's going to keep that. Jamin. You know what I mean? But he's going to grow up with absolutely no skills. What's the point of playing with children? Their skills are useless. So let's just say he's got 3 creativity points. We should have a pop-up that comes up. He's got 3 creativity points. Skill points. Where do you want to put them? Do I want to put them into painting? Do I want to put a painting? Just regular creative? Because I think, isn't there just a normal... Creativity is a thing. I don't think creativity is actually a skill. But like whatever associates with creativity skills. Because if he maxes it, the only thing it does is now when he's a teenager and up, he will build creativity skills faster. So honestly, children's skills do nothing. There's no point in building their skills. Because you have to max one in order to get a little bit of a bonus. But if he, say, spent his entire childhood playing the violin, and he's like now a violin prodigy, he becomes a teenager, he's got to do it all over again. So when he ages up, I should get a pop-up that says you got 3 creativity points. Which of these adult creativity skills do you want to put those to? Okay, I can put 1 to violin, 1 to painting, and 1 to something else, or whatever. I've got 1 mental skill. Here are your mental skills. Where do you want to put it? Okay, 1 for logic. Motor skills can go into... Is fitness the only motor skill? Maybe swimming. Like, you know what I mean? Where I can assign these points. So that all of the skills he learned as a child can now be distributed. So I spent all this time working on him. He spent so long, he got 8 creativity skill points. And he played so much violin. Well, maybe I want him to have a painting skill, and I want him to have something else, but I want him to have like 6 points in violin skill because he was a child prodigy. Because right now it's basically like saying, as soon as you hit 13, whatever a teenager is, you were a child prodigy, you played violin, you did all that work from when you were like 6 years old on, and you put all this work, and the second you turn into a teenager, well, now you got to start over because you forgot fucking everything. That's not how children work! But it's like the gurus don't know that. You have kids. How do you not understand how they function? You don't forget everything. The change from toddler to child makes sense because toddlers, you're learning to walk, talk, potty train, all those things. So when they age up, whether you taught them or not, okay, theoretically, let's just pretend you actually taught them these things. I spent time teaching my toddler to walk. When they turn to a child, they can walk. The child doesn't age up and automatically they just lay on the floor and like wet themselves and like blah, 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 and they blabbering at you. They know how to talk, they know how to walk, and they know how to fucking not shit themselves, right? They know these skills that you were taught as toddlers. You know? Maybe their creativity skills and all those things don't like transfer over, and we could make a point for if your toddler was really creative, it should, you know, go up. I really hate it when my Roku changes my background on my TV. It kind of pisses me off. Like, I have a set theme. Stop fucking changing it. I know, because it's Mother's Day coming up that you change. Like, stop changing it. It annoys me. Like, don't change my theme. Like, hate that it does it. It just irritates me. Anyway. You know, so the same argument can be made for toddlers. Well, my toddler's really creative, then my child should get some of those skills. But, I mean, I think it's kind of fine the way it is. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, we'll have to get that when he gets home. It's kind of fine the way it is, because the base skills, you know what I mean? But, can we turn this down? Change volume? Let's put it on low. It's just too loud for me, and also, I don't know if it's copyrighted. It really shouldn't be because it's Simlish, but like, I don't know if it is. Might be. You know, but I just really feel like kids should be a little bit more, the ability to transfer. Because like I said, you don't spend, like, the kids who do gymnastics, you didn't spend all those years, or ice skating or something, all those years building up that skill to then all of a sudden forget, oh, now I'm 15 and I don't know how to ice skate. I gotta learn all over again. But in The Sims, you do. Yeah, what are your birdie friends doing? They keep hopping around out there and they're bringing twigs and I keep thinking they're building a nest, but they're really fucking stupid. They don't know how to do it. They're constantly, like, coming up with their twigs and she's like... like rubbing her fluffies like over there, like she's like mushing things down or something, or like, but I don't know what they're doing. It's been like weeks that I've been like, I think they're building a nest, and there's literally nothing up there. They are like the dumbest birds on the planet, or like, but it's almost like they're taking a dust bath, because the way she's kind of like got her chest down and kind of like rubbing up against the thing and like fluffing her wings a little, like, you know, you think maybe that's how they like mush down some of the leaves to compact it and tighten it, but there's really nothing going on up there, and they haven't been there for a while. Now all of a sudden they're there. I wonder if they're like putting fake things, or like trying to fake out other birds for wherever their real nest is. Like, oh, I'm bringing twigs over here, and let's do so the birds think my nest is over here, and then it's really over here. Because they're faking me out. Because they just brought out like a twiggy thing, and I can see it sitting there, but like there's literally nothing else up there. There is a ton of twigs and like weird shit around the base of my fucking column, but like, I don't know. Birds are fucking weird. But they haven't been there for like a week, and now all of a sudden they're back, and it's like, are you building a nest or what? You take so long. It's going to be 3 years later. You're going to be like, still waiting for the nest. I would have thought they would have started earlier, but maybe they have a nest somewhere else, and they're just like trying to like lure other birds away and like make them think that their nest is over here. I don't know. Because it's the same little brown birds, and the male has a red chest. Why do people read books? That's easy, because they like the author. You've got a good reputation. Oh, never mind. I thought it was like just like a fun tax. Like, no, it's annoying. But anyway, I don't know. Kids need to be more fleshed out. And I know a lot of people were kind of talking about like, well, maybe there's a teen pack coming because, you know, were you supposed to be at work? Oh no, you had today off. Poor Impy had to go to work on a Saturday. It sucks to be him. You know, like, oh, because they didn't ask anything about teens in the recent poll. But it's like, what would we actually get in a teen pack? Like, let's think about this. Prom. Okay. Get you there. How are teens I know this is gonna, like, anger so many people. How are teens different than young adults, aside from they go to school and can do homework and school projects? I.e., they're not. And I know people, that's why they need to... But... what possible hobbies or anything? Maybe there could be like I have Kawaii Stacy's after school mods activity. After school activities mod. Wow, what the hell? Right? Which gives them something to do, but like, okay, we could do that. We could have after school activities that could apply to teenagers or whatever. But aside from prom and like build items that were like bedroom kind of decor that maybe were more teen focused, little, you know what I mean? Okay. But what are you going to do? You're going to give them CAS items for, like, teen... that's maybe a little more teen-centric, but okay. I would argue that everything we've gotten lately in our hobo chic packs are probably what teenagers are wearing. So, like, no different than any of the crap we have now. You could do different styles instead of the hobo chic. You could do, like, okay, here's a little punk kids and this, that. But young adults, and elders will be able to wear those clothes. So, it's still almost a young adult-centric pack. Whatever you do for teens is never going to be teen-specific. Furniture-wise, yeah, maybe, because, you know, probably more teen posters and things like that. But what could you... Yeah, sure. Where's, Oh, I guess we'll just go alone then. Because Impy's at work, so... you know what I mean? You could be like, oh, well, they could introduce cars and then teens could learn how to drive. But then the cars would mostly be used by young adults. So that's a young adult thing disguised as a teen with a teen function and a teen pack. Prom. Okay, that's teen specific. Got you there. You're not going to do any high school thing because they asked in that thing about, would you like to see cheerleading or American high school? Is that an interest? Or malls. So, like, those things would be like, those are teen kind of ideas. So maybe they're thinking about a teen pack and they want to see which one of those things they could put in it years down the road. It's not coming out anytime soon. Because you just voted on that, so there's no way they could put, not like it's a teen pack that's coming out this year or something. You know what I mean? So, unless it was like a go-to-school thing, but then that would apply to teens and kids. But like, driving. Again, mostly young adult with a teen side to the activity. Okay. Bands. Kids could play in bands because, like, some kids start a band. Again, mostly a young adult activity that kids can do, like teenagers can do. So it's gonna be a young adult centric fucking pack. Basically, it's just gonna be like, these are all cool young adult features that like teens could totally do, and it's gonna be like disguised as a teen pack, but it's all gonna be fucking 90% young adult shit. Like, what are things that kids or teens can do that young adults can't in this game, aside from going to school and going to prom? So just patch in prom. Patch in a prom activity. Like, that's it. That's all you have to do, and there you go. Because nothing... Any activity that teens could do is going to be, like... You know what I mean? Is it cool? Can we light this, I guess? So it's just... I don't know. Like... I just don't... I am having a hard time wrapping my head around stuff that teens could do that wouldn't also be usable by young adults, and then therefore make it secretly in disguise a young adult fucking pack. Like, and I know that there's a lot of people who want elder stuff, and I noticed someone said, I don't understand why people want elder activities, because everything that your young adult Sims can do, like painting and gardening and all this, are elder activities. I think people want more elder-specific activities, things that only elders could do, like, say, bridge and fucking shuffleboard and, like, bingo and stuff. Because by the time you get to the elder stage, you're bored with that shit. It's like, nobody thinks about that. Like, did you not think about that? Like, my teen now has started painting. And then as a young adult, they paint. And then as an adult, they paint. And then by the time they're an elder, I'm sick of fucking painting! I've done it for 400 years. I'm sick of it. So, like, I want an activity that only my elder sim can do to make it, like, worthwhile. You know what I mean? Like, bird! Stop it! No. You only do this when I'm recording. You spent the entire week without making that godforsaken fucking noise until right now. Why? Why are you a jerk? Like, you've been sitting with me all morning being good until right now. Stop it. We do not make that fucking noise, and you know it. You're a jerk. That's why the birdies outside don't like you, because you're mean to them. Don't yell at them. He's like, don't yell at me. Don't make that noise. It's god-awful, and I hate it. You can chirp and play nice. You don't need to be mean. Jerkbag. Can we burn this? Throw away? I thought that's what he was coming to do. Yeah, there we go. Cool. But yeah, I mean, but it is, but it's a valid point with the elder thing. Like, oh, elders, you can do anything. That's true. Like, so if my Sim's like, you know, into whatever, I think it's just because by the time you get to elder, you're bored with everything that you've been doing. But like, okay, my Sim's an artist and they've been painting and doing all this. So maybe when they retire, they start gardening and they just grow some flowers or something. Like, but I think it's by the time you get there, you're like, I don't want to fucking do that. It seems like I'm going to start a garden and then my Sim's going to die. You know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes the activities like that are going to take a lot of time, like gardening and everything like that, it seems like I'm going to put in all this effort for my Sim to die. But like going to shuffleboard or like going to bridge or like, you know, whatever. I think with the elders, we just have to be more creative with what we do. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some elder themed things, or like, oh, now we have canes and like whatever. And like, so a generations pack is what everyone has been asking for fucking years. So I can't wait for that to come out and nobody asked for this. Everyone asked for this. Maybe there were like 5 of you who didn't, but like 90% of people who've been playing this game have been asking for fucking years. Years. And I hate that not everybody's playstyle is the same. You're right. Not everybody wants Young Adult Dream Life Simulator, which is what we've gotten in 90% of our packs. If you look at them, you're like, I looked at them earlier. I'm like, that's all Young Adult. That's all, okay, there's a couple things for kids in that. So like backyard stuff. Okay, well, we got some like slip and slide stuff that kids can use. Okay, that's okay. Kids and toddler stuff pack, and then parenthood, which sure, we'll call it a kids pack, even though it was really more about your Sims parenting their children. But okay, let's call it balanced and throw it in the 1 game pack, 2 stuff packs. I mean, you could argue my first pet stuff, but everybody wants to pretend that didn't exist and it was atrocious and appalling and how dare they make this, but you're going to try to say that, well, I mean, it's fine for you family players, but like the rest of us, you stop. It either counts or it doesn't. You know, it counts as a pack, and maybe you just didn't like it, or it doesn't fucking count. Don't try to throw that in our pile. Me, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't really care. Like, the whole controversy over it doesn't bother me. Laundry bothers me. My first pet stuff didn't bother me. Like, because I own pets. I understand the argument. Like, if I don't own pets, I can't use half the stuff in this pack. Yeah, that sucks. Like, I get you there, but why does it look like he's got, like, a fucking panty line in these, like... This is the way the pockets are, but they look like he's like. But yeah, so a lot like there's not like a family pack is not asking too much. Like, well, but then there's two supernatural packs. That's like 90% of The Sims has been young adult real life simulator, and so like, come on. You have to admit that and go, yeah, okay, those of us who want kind of realistic young adult play have gotten more than enough. I'm not saying the young adult stuff isn't going to stop. We're still going to get a lot of stuff like that, but you can simmer down when a supernatural pack comes. Like, we've gotten 2. Yeah, aliens came and get to work, okay, and mermaids came in Island Living. But like, I like all the packs that have come out. I'm not keen on eco living, but that's just wasn't keen on laundry. But like, it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna hate them, but I'm still gonna buy them, and I'll find things that I like, and it'll be sort of fun. But like, Strangerville doesn't count for anybody. That was a weird ass out there fucking pack, but I still fucking love it. And I really wish we'd get another pack like it. I want a murder mystery train or like a clue mansion. And I got some ideas for that, gurus. I got great ideas on how people won't be pissed about it. And we can have a nice thing. And it would be almost like a vacation destination. And we can make it change so it would be more usable in the future. I'm pretty sure I've said it in other videos. But I got tons of ideas on that shit. Like how to recycle some of the things that the concepts that you've used in other games. You know... Like the get to work careers, like how, you know, you're doing the police investigations. They're similar, but they're different. You could totally use that. You know, we have the same cast of characters, but every time you go, it's a different murderer and a different victim. And then you have to solve clues. I mean, it'd be reusable. It'd be fun. I got great fucking ideas for this shit. I want that because yeah, like Strangerville's fun, but you know, it does. You played it once and then you're like, I don't need to play it again. The mystery's solved. But if each time it was different, like this time it's not a mother plant, this time it's something else. You know what I mean? Now it's like zombies. It'd be kind of cool, like if you know what I mean. That little bit of a change, kind of like how the temples change every single time you go to in Jungle Adventures. That you could do that with like a murder mystery house. Like every time you go, maybe the layout of the house is slightly different. We got like 5 different layouts. Or you go to the murder mystery thing and one time it's a train and the next time it's a house and like whatever. And then you've got your cast of characters and it's a different murderer and a different... So it's got more replayability. Just saying. You can use some of the same concepts that you've already done and turn it into something fucking amazing! Pay me! Take the... You know, just do it. Take the idea and give me credit. That's all I'm saying. Thank me for being a fucking genius. You're fucking welcome. But yeah, that'd be great. Like... And I think even people who didn't like Strangerville would be like, okay, I'm sure people would bitch about it, but there's more replayability, which would make it a little more fun. Like, I never use Jungle Adventures anymore, but I still fucking love that pack. And I hated Outdoor Retreat. I forget that exists because I still hate it. But I actually didn't have The Sims until after that pack came out. But if I had The Sims and that was the first pack, I would have been... Why? I hate camping! So there's a ton of packs that There's a lot of packs that I don't particularly like, but... You know. I think it's just at this stage we've gotten so much... I think my big disappointment is the Young Adult Life Simulator. Like, seriously? Because we need... And I hate when people say they want Generations. Someone's like, you got Parenthood. That is like, again, that does not really count. That is not anywhere near the level. Like, yeah, okay, but it needs to be fleshed out. Children really need a fucking overhaul, the way things work for them. And honestly, I was thinking about it with the skills, and I'm like, I need to start doing that. Like, before he ages up, I need to check what skills he has and assign him skills. But I shouldn't have to do that, like, to make it a little bit more quote-unquote realistic. So all those people who want realism play, how realistic is it that your child is now a fucking moron when they become a teenager and know absolutely nothing? All I'm saying, that's realistic. Lawyered. So, anyway. Yeah. But even, like, I mean, everyone's got different ideas of what they want. Like, generations back, what do you want? And I don't know, I just want more shit for kids to do, and I want my kids to, like, keep, like, when they become young teenagers, to, like, retain some of their fucking skill points, because what's the point? And canes for elders and maybe, like, bingo and stuff. Yeah, sure, if my young adult Sims or my teenagers want to go to bingo, sure, but, like, old people can go to bingo, and, like, maybe they can go and have, like, an old people dance. You could... I mean, wonder if you could kind of do a retirement home. Like, you could, like, apartment buildings, like, you could slap it down and be like, okay, if you could build apartments, as opposed to it's just Sam Maishuno, that would be kind of interesting. You know, because then you could build a retirement home. I mean, you could do it with roommates, but the roommates are a pain in the ass, but... So, the feature is not the greatest, but it is what it is. But, like, where you could go and my Sims live in a retirement community and there's a bunch of other elders around that they can hang out with and go play shuffleboard and bridge and, like, fucking chess and, like, all those things and, like, their little common area. Like, be kind of cute. Would I send my old folks there? Probably not. But, like, it might be fun. Like, oh, I have my old Sims and let me go play... in their retirement community, or like, you know, then your family visits them. I mean, it's an idea. Is it something that I would absolutely love to have? No, because I probably wouldn't use it, because honestly, like, my Sims, like, once we figure out, like, they're going to be elders, we're going to move on with whoever, and we're going to move out. So even if I sent them to a retirement home, it's not like I'm playing them. You know what I mean? It would be like, oh, their children go to visit them at the retirement home. Which, I mean, I guess wouldn't be terrible. So, did you not fix this? You just... What the fuck? Who did this? Who did this? Was it you, Saint Germain? Saint Germain, what the actual fuck? Oh my god, that's been there the whole time, hasn't it? I never cleaned it up. That's fucking bizarre. I remember that always being there, but anyway. Saint Germain, what a dick. Why are you breaking all my shit? Now he's playing all the swings. Now he's happy. Anyway, we talked too much about want lists for Sims and not anything about this, but like, whatever. That's the way this week is gonna go, so. Well, that was my thoughts on things that would be fun for kids to do, and whatever, and Over the Rainbow is my thoughts on the new stuff. Expansion pack. Whatever. So, like... This whole week is going to be useless. Just talking about all this random stuff, but... Anyway, I might as well wrap this part up here instead of going on. So, we didn't get anywhere. No, well, no, I really wanted actually... Well, it's Sunday night. Well, it's Sunday at 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, I don't know where. I guess we're not going to get to... I thought we would get to Tybalt's birthday in the next part, but we didn't do anything this point except for follow them around and talk about random things. So this was boring, and I'm sorry, but shit happens. We'll just continue in the next part and maybe actually pay attention to ourselves. So, and the birds outside who are coming back and putting more twigs up there. So I don't know what they're fucking doing, but we'll see. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Sorry that this part was kind of pointless, but anyway, it is what it is. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.